Have you ever wondered how the United States of America came to be? A land filled with vast landscapes, diverse cultures, and endless dreams, its origins are as fascinating as the nation itself. From the first Native American tribes who thrived on these lands, to the daring explorers who crossed oceans, and the revolutionaries who fought for freedom, America's story is one of resilience, hope, and transformation. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through time to explore the incredible events and people who shaped this nation. Get ready to uncover the triumphs, the struggles, and the spirit of a country built on the dream of a better tomorrow. Let's dive into the origin story of America. Long ago, on a vast and untamed continent, there were whispers of a new world, a land brimming with promise and mystery. This was the land that would one day become America. It wasn't discovered by one person or in a single moment, but through centuries of exploration, dreams, and struggles. Its story began thousands of years ago, when the first people crossed a frozen land bridge from Asia to North America. They hunted, built communities, and honored the land, creating cultures rich with stories, traditions, and wisdom. For countless generations, these indigenous peoples thrived. The forests, rivers, and plains were their home, and they lived in harmony with nature. Tribes like the Cherokee, Iroquois, Lakota, and Navajo had their own unique ways of life, each deeply connected to the land. They believed the earth was alive, and they were its stewards. Then, across the ocean, in Europe, a new chapter began. Tales of a mysterious land to the west filled the air, sparking curiosity and ambition. Explorers like Christopher Columbus set sail, seeking new trade routes and riches. When Columbus landed in 1492, he believed he had reached Asia, but in truth, he had stumbled upon the Americas, a world unknown to Europeans. Soon, ships from Spain, England, France, and other nations crossed the Atlantic, carrying explorers, settlers, and dreams of fortune. The Spanish sought gold and glory, establishing colonies in the south, while the French explored the north, building fur trade networks. The English, however, envisioned something different, a land where people could start anew. In 1607, a group of English settlers founded Jamestown, the first permanent colony in what would become the United States. Life in this new land was harsh. Many settlers succumbed to disease, hunger, and conflicts with local tribes. But they persevered, planting the seeds of what would grow into a new nation. As colonies multiplied, so did the diversity. People from all walks of life arrived, farmers, merchants, adventurers, and those fleeing religious persecution. The Pilgrims, for example, landed in Plymouth in 1620, seeking freedom to practice their faith. They endured a brutal winter, but with the help of the Wampanoag people, they survived, giving rise to the story of Thanksgiving. By the 18th century, 13 British colonies lined the eastern coast of North America. They were thriving yet restless. Despite their success, the colonists felt the heavy hand of British rule. Taxes were high, decisions were made across the ocean, and the people began to yearn for independence. In 1776, the dream of freedom turned into action. A group of visionaries, led by figures like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin, declared independence from Britain. The Declaration of Independence was more than a document. It was a bold promise that all men were created equal and entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The fight for independence was fierce and costly. The Revolutionary War tested the resilience of the colonies, but with determination and aid from allies like France, they triumphed. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized the United States of America as a new nation. This young country faced immense challenges. Leaders debated how to govern a land so vast and diverse. The Constitution, crafted in 1787, became the foundation of American democracy, with its promise of a government by the people and for the people. As the 19th century dawned, America began to expand westward. The Louisiana Purchase doubled its size, and pioneers braved the unknown, seeking land and opportunity. Trails like the Oregon Trail carried families across mountains and deserts, driven by hope and the belief in manifest destiny, the idea that America was destined to stretch from coast to coast. But this vision of growth came at a cost. Native American tribes were displaced, their lands taken, and their way of life threatened. The Trail of Tears remains one of the darkest chapters in America's history, a reminder of the price of progress. In time, America grew into a patchwork of states, each with its own identity. Yet, divisions emerged, particularly over slavery. The southern states relied on enslaved labor for their plantations, while the North moved toward industry and abolition. These tensions eventually erupted into the Civil War. From 1861 to 1865, brother fought against brother in a brutal conflict. The Union, led by President Abraham Lincoln, sought to preserve the nation and end slavery. The war ended in victory for the North, but at a tremendous cost. Lincoln's vision of a united America lived on, even after his tragic assassination. The post-war era brought both hope and challenges. Freed slaves began building new lives, though racism and segregation remained deep scars on the nation's soul. Immigrants from Europe poured into cities, fueling industrial growth and transforming America into an economic powerhouse. As the 20th century began, America stood at a crossroads. It faced world wars, economic crises, and social upheavals. Yet, with each challenge, the nation grew stronger, shaped by the resilience of its people. Through innovation, America became a global leader. From the Wright brothers' first flight to the moon landing, its story became one of dreams realized. But America's story isn't just about its triumphs. It's also about its struggles for equality, justice, and the promise of a better future. The civil rights movement of the 1960s was a turning point. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. reminded the nation of its founding ideals, urging it to live up to the promise of liberty for all. Their courage sparked change, but the journey toward true equality continues. Today, America is a nation of contrasts. Its landscapes range from deserts to mountains, its people from every corner of the globe. It is a country built on dreams, yet grappling with the challenges of its history and its future. America's story is far from over. It's a story written by farmers, poets, inventors, and dreamers. It's the tale of a land that dared to believe in freedom, and of a people determined to make that belief a reality. With each passing generation, new chapters are written. And as the story of America unfolds, it carries the voices of all who call it home, each adding their own thread to the ever-growing tapestry of a nation.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, tell me in the comments, what's your favorite way to learn English? I'd love to hear your ideas. See you in the next video.